Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the December 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month, Aquarius. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get started. And column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for December. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message for our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you, Aquarius. But again, back to column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary affirmation card of perspective. So, pretty literal meaning here. Definitely you've gained some new information or some new perspective in these last few weeks or month here, Aquarius. But let's see what else we've got going on here. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the Wheel of Fortune. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the Wheel of Fortune. It's a card of good luck. It's a card of good fortune. It's really at a positive turning point. So things are getting better. We're moving forward. It's interesting, this shift here has to do with the Devil. The Devil is a card of overdoing things. This is like greed, envy, materialism, obsession. Again, something that we're overdoing. So it's nice to see with the World card. Luck is on our side, fortune is on our side, and we're kind of shifting away from whatever this devil type energy was. And at the bottom here, we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is going to echo that message very similarly. With the 8 of Cups, this is a card of making progress, moving forward. I always tell people the grass is greener on the other side. We have these 8 of Cups here. They're stacked nicely, but this person is still on the pursuit of something better here, Aquarius. So again, we're moving forward from whatever this devil, this overdoing was, into a much better position. So really like this shift. Not sure what perspective you got, but whatever it was enough to motivate you to make this change for yourself here. So definitely good to see there. Let's go ahead and clarify though, see what other messages I can give you here. First up, we have the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is a card of desire for long-term security. So we basically realized here, Aquarius, that what we were doing is not really what we wanted. It wasn't taking us where we wanted to go. It wasn't serving our best interests. So that's the driving force. Perhaps that's perspective that's giving us that Wheel of Fortune, that shift. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. This is again a card of clarity. It's a card of information. This is life's purpose too, life's path. Again, we weren't on it, doing whatever this thing was with the devil, so hence the shift. But again, clarity ties nicely back to that perspective card. And at the bottom, we have the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So love to see the 6 of Wands. Definitely a lot of success in moving away from whatever this situation was. Getting ourselves back on the right path, it seems. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for the month of December. We have the Brilliance card. I get so excited when I see this card come up. It means that we're going to have a brilliant next month here, so a really brilliant December. This is also a card of like your own brilliance, Aquarius, and I think it's such a good reminder and so important that you see that. But let's go ahead and see what messages we've got here. The first card we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, self-respect, and then the lion on this card really has a meaning of courage. So I hope that you take some time in December to take care of yourself here. Get yourself well rested. Get yourself ready for the new year. Maybe make a plan, make a budget. Again, rest, visit with family. Again, do that kind of self-love, that self-care to get yourself ready. It does look like there's something, though, that we need to get finished. And it's like, it's interesting. The card, again, means courage. But what I'm more hearing is like find the energy to get it done here, Aquarius. So in the next few weeks, find the energy to get whatever this task is done. We have the Four of Wands. This is about getting something across the finish line. There is definitely something we need to get done in December or get done before the end of the year. So definitely find the courage, or like I said, I think for most of you it's the energy to get this completed. This is also a friends and family card I mentioned with the strength card. Find time to relax, find time for friends and family, really enjoy the next few weeks, do a lot of things that make you feel good, that bring you a lot of joy, rest, visit with family, whatever that may be. And at the bottom here we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of like challenges or defending. Again, we need to push through something here. There is something we need to get done still. So this is like overcoming the challenge, overcoming the obstacle to get whatever this item is complete here, Aquarius. Looking at our clarifiers, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very bold, powerful card. You're in charge. You have to make the move. Again, you have to get this done here, Aquarius. But this is about you making the move, you leading forward, you taking the steps forward here. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love the Ten of Cups. It's my favorite card in the entire deck. It's a card of seriously everything wonderful. If you can get this done sooner in the month, I would, because then I feel like you'll have a ton of time to take care of yourself, relax, just hang out. But it's like, again, we have our family coming in, there's kids here, we have this nice full rainbow. This is just a lot of enjoyment. It's contentment, it's total love, support. Again, I just see you with your family, enjoying your friends, relaxing. So I would encourage you, Aquarius, to get whatever this is done early so you can spend that time really doing things you enjoy this month. At the bottom, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a circle of support. Again, friends and family, friends and family, friends and family. Definitely a repeat message there for you, Aquarius. This is also like a celebration card, though. So it's like you're going to be so relieved. We're going to be celebrating once we're done with whatever this task is. So just knock it out as soon as you can is my advice. Okay, taking a look at our next column, let's talk about anything related to money. So I have a quick money affirmation here. I am in a happy and healthy relationship with money. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. Taking a look at our top card, we have the Ten of Cups coming up again. I was just telling you about the Ten of Cups and how much I love it. I feel like we're in a really good spot going into the end of the year, financial and career-wise. We're feeling content, and I know content doesn't always sound that good, but as I've gotten older, I've grown more fond of content because I realize it's a lot harder to be content. So content is actually much better than I think it is. So I feel like we're positioned really good. I think you're going to have some time off, it seems, the end of this year. Again, enjoy that time with friends and family. But I think we're positioned well career and financially going into the end of the year, which is good because I know there's a lot of big spending that comes during this time, typically, Aquarius. The next card we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, this is interesting. So the Three of Swords can be like a card of needing to heal. And what I'm hearing is just like, again, I feel like we're positioned well, but I would not like go buy a new car, or like just because we're in a good position doesn't mean we should go and spend a ton of money. So like don't put yourself in a situation you need to heal from. I feel like this kind of applies to like food too, like overeating potentially, like anything overdoing. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Don't do anything that would require you to then heal your finances. And at the bottom here, we have the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation, a card of abundance. Again, we're situated really well going into the end of the year, Aquarius, so love that feeling for you. Taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card. There could be a little bit of multitasking here, juggling of priorities. I'm going to keep with the message I gave you earlier about getting done sooner so we can go and have that time off with family. I do see potentially you putting off something to the new year here also so you can take some time off. The next card we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, this is such an interesting message here, Aquarius. The Knight of Wands is like a card of freedom. So it's like, I feel like you're feeling good, you're positioned well. Just don't be too loosey-goosey with money. So again, don't do anything that you'll then have to heal from. I know, you're situated well. It gives us this nice sense of freedom, but don't do anything that we then need to financially repair. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of feeling like we're kind of in a low spot. I feel like we're maybe just tired going into year's end, so definitely make sure we get that time for ourselves. Really getting ready for the new year. It's interesting. I feel like we need to focus on what we want to create for ourselves, the Empress card being a card of creation. So what can we create differently next year, Aquarius? What can we do different here? Okay, moving on to our next column now, which is anything related to love. So quick love message to start off with. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibility for your life. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever we associate with love. It does look like there's something we're worried about here, Aquarius. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety, grief, worry. You see this person sitting up in bed. They could be so worried about something that it's like keeping them awake at night. So we do need to take a look and figure out what this is. But again, I feel like we're worried about something. We're going to clarify it and see if I can see what it is. Maybe you're like hosting dinner, or I don't know. There's something that you're worried or stressed about here, though. The next card we have, though, is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen, maybe you're concerned about a relationship, too, and how it's going to work out. If that's the case, though, things look really good here, Aquarius. But the Queen of Pentacles, this is a very domestic card. It's a great card for relationships. So if you're hoping to enter into a new relationship, this is a good one. If you're in an existing relationship, this is a good card for you. This is also a card of like growing your family. So if you're hoping to grow your family, this could be really promising for you as well with the Queen of Pentacles. And at the bottom, we have the Queen of Wands. Like, we have two back-to-back cards where you're in the throne. So I feel like you're on your top of your game. You're positioned really well. The Queen of Wands, though, is like a card of self-assurance, being self-confident. So it's like whatever this thing is that's worrying you here, Aquarius, we kind of have to talk ourselves off the ledge. We have to tell ourselves that everything's going to be okay. And I don't know that anybody can do that for you except for you. Let's clarify, though, and see what other messages I can give you. Again, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles has a ton of different meanings, but one of them is definitely worry. So there's something that's worrying us, something that's bothering us, something that has us stressed. Again, going back to the Queen of Wands, the best thing that you can do here, Aquarius, is let yourself know everything's going to be okay. This isn't something I should be worried about. We want to put our energy in the most positive places possible. The next card we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of overdoing. We talked about this a little bit earlier. In this case, I think this is like overthinking, overanalyzing, kind of building off of that worry. I would say that it's a relationship that we're worried about, just given its placement on top of our Queen of Pentacles here. However, I think that everything is going to be okay. Perhaps there is somebody that you are worried about too. But again, I feel like things are going to be okay. Maybe we have somebody that has like a drug or alcohol problem, but the relationship between the two of you looks really good. And if that's the case, I do think recovery could be near for them. Or perhaps there's somebody with an illness. I feel like you're worried about the relationship, or you're worried about a person. Taking a look at our taking a look at our last clarifier here, we have the Seven of Swords. This can sometimes be a not very good relationship. So again, I feel like this relationship is in question, is in concern. But I do feel like we're able to move forward from this. You see this person's gathering up their things, they're moving forward. I do think if there, again, is like a drug, alcohol, illness, something of that sort, that we could be moving forward from it as well. But that doesn't really take away from the worry. But we need to be very confident here. And my other word of advice, Aquarius, on this situation would be communication. So communicating on this relationship or with this person. Okay, taking a look at our fifth and final column now, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card of influence. I love this card. I think it's a good reminder that a lot of times we have influence over more things than we realize, but it's also a good reminder to think about the circle of control, think about the things that we can influence, and let those be our focus. Taking a look though at this last column, let's see what messages we've got here. First up, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups has a couple different meanings, so I'm going to give you them both here. One of them is like a lack of fulfillment, apathy, feeling a little bit discontent. If that's the case, again, we need to figure out what we can influence and what we can't influence and focus our attention on those things that are within our influence here, Aquarius. And that should help some with mood. Again, we can only impact so many things, so focus on that circle of influence. The fourth cup on this card, though, is also a card of gifts. So I do think some of you could be receiving some pretty significant gifts going into December, so that's great to see. The next card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very much so a card of taking the lead, taking action. This is about having a plan, being strategic, but again, we need to know what things we can action on and what we can't action on. So we need to focus on those things that we can influence. At the bottom here, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of cause and effect. So if we act on these things that we can influence, we can drive results that way. We can get to what we want here. So we need to figure out what's making us discontent, figure out what actions we can take, and then we should get that result. The Justice card's always favorable for you, so I like to see that. It's also like good for legal matters, contracts, things of the court. That was the other message I wanted to give you there. Okay, looking at our clarifiers now. First up, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card, one of my favorites in the deck. You actually have them in top corners here. So this is good luck. This is turning point. So I like to see this because we're moving away from this feeling of apathy, this discontentment, this lack of fulfillment. So I like to see that shift. And the shift, again, is really focusing on what we can influence. The Six of Swords, I know it looks a little dark and gloomy. There's swords stuck in the boat. Everyone's facing away from us. But the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction here, which is important. So again, going through this change, going through this transition. So lots of shifts here. At the bottom, we have the Five of Cups. Again, those are some of those low feelings we're feeling. But we know now what action we can take to kind of get away from that there, which is good to see. Alrighty, Aquarius, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the Five of Hearts, the number 2 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Six of Diamonds, the number 51 card. That is going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the Six of Hearts, the number 3 card. That's going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes there for you. Yes, no, yes. We also are going to, skipping steps here. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of December. You have Dolomite this month, Aquarius, which is good for grounding, endurance, helps you be very authentic, gives trust and stability as well. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. We all need more healing. Your ability to heal comes from knowing that you will heal. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aquarius, and I hope you have a wonderful December.